A court in Italy wants assurances that a Houston man wanted for the murder of his pregnant wife won't face the death penalty if he's returned to the United States. This is Thursday, July 23rd, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Well, thanks for making the Texas Minute part of your Thursday. A new report finds that Texas might want to look at the unique way Arizona is securing its state and local elections. More on that coming up. New restrictions are being imposed on international students in an effort by the Department of Homeland Security to prevent foreign students from remaining in the United States indefinitely. The agency is closing a foothold that allowed foreign students to stay in the country as long as they maintained a student status. Now, DHS is establishing a fixed period of authorized stay. Students will be required to apply directly with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services for extensions on their visas. In addition, DHS is also reducing the grace period after a foreign student's authorized stay ends from 60 days to 30 days. The changes could have a significant impact in Texas, where universities here enroll one of the nation's largest international student populations. A truck driver has pleaded guilty in federal court to transporting illegal aliens instead of the carrots that he claimed on a cargo manifest. Earlier this year, Rodney Gibson was driving from the Rio Grande Valley to Houston when he stopped at a checkpoint after a canine agent alerted to a suspicious scent in Gibson's tractor trailer. 24 illegal aliens were found inside. The illegals were of different nationalities and had no connection to each other. Gibson is facing up to 5 years in federal prison and a fine of $250,000. A court in Turin, Italy, has for now blocked the U.S. government's request to extradite capital murder suspect Lee Gilley back to Harris County. The Italian judges are demanding stronger guarantees that Gilley won't face the death penalty if he's returned to Texas. According to Gilley's attorney, U.S. officials have until August 31st to submit additional documentation ahead of a September 7th hearing. Gilley stands accused of the 2024 murder of his pregnant wife at their home. He was released on a $1 million bond and required to wear a GPS ankle monitor. He was barred from leaving Texas without notifying the court. However, he reportedly cut off the monitor and flew to Italy using forged documents, where he was caught by authorities at the Milan airport. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
As election security is increasingly being called into question, a new report from the Texas Public Policy Foundation discusses the challenges of ensuring that only Americans are voting in our elections. The core of the problem is that the National Voter Registration Act, which passed back in 1993, inadvertently created loopholes that allowed non-citizens to vote in our national elections. The act mandates that states use a federal voter registration form that only requires the sworn testimony that an individual is a U.S. citizen without providing any proof. As it turns out, Arizona has stricter standards for voter eligibility in its state and local elections. Their policy has been upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court, in which the state maintains a bifurcated voter roll system that separates verified voters from federal-only voters. Chuck DeVore authored that TPPF paper. He recommends that Texas and other states adopt an Arizona-style bifurcated system. You can find the details on that story, a link to the report, and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Mary Berg, Grant Hawk, and Michael Wilson. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great day.